I just want to show people what I've been doing all week. I haven't been posting much at all. I've been literally flat out in the courts. So I've been in the District Circuit, High Court and Court of Appeal this week. In the District Court, I have been showing people how to protect themselves from malicious prosecutions. I'll put a Google link drive up for this application where you can get your case brought up to the High Court, because the DPP do not have the constitutional authority to prosecute any person in the District Court. They can only do it in the High Court, which means you have your constitutional rights protected in the High Court. The District Court doesn't have the jurisdiction to deal with constitutional matters. I've been busy prosecuting as well. I've been criminally prosecuting a solicitor's firm in Dublin for breaching the Solicitors Act 1954, which is summary and indictable in nature. I've been prosecuting a solicitor from Trim who has been lying in the court. That's for perjury. And I've initiated a prosecution of a county register who acted outside her jurisdiction concerning an election civil bill. And that civil bill, which is in the Circuit Court, will now be moving up to the High Court. And I'll be getting the matter put down for trial. And I can show how hundreds, if not thousands, of unqualified voters voted in the June 2024 local elections, and that has undermined our democracy, because voting rights are constitutionally protected in Ireland. In the High Court, last year I started an inherent jurisdiction case to hold court service staff and Garda members accountable, as well as that county register and the Chief State Solicitor who benefited from her overreach. These two inherent jurisdiction cases developed into plenary proceedings, which are actively before the High Court, back again on the 22nd of October. This one is to do with, they're both to do with personal liberty rights. For the state to treat us equally before the law and to protect and vindicate our rights. And at the same time, I'm holding state employees accountable for acting outside their official functions. Whilst I'm in the High Court, I'm using the appellant process to hold their legal teams procedurally accountable through the courts. So what I can prove is that these state employees cannot benefit from a state-funded defence because they acted outside what their job provides. So in the Court of Appeal, I'm going to be showing the judges that the state cannot fund the defences of a county register, the Chief State Solicitor, court staff and Garda members. I'm also in the Court of Appeal to show the judge that, this case I think it's 261, to show the judge that a judge's interpretation is not strong enough to deprive a citizen of their liberty when it comes to contempt of court. And it's very important to remember in Ireland we have constitutional protections when it comes to what is defined as a law in this country. And it's very clear that in Article 15.2 degree of the Constitution of Ireland, it states, "The sole and exclusive power of making laws for the state is hereby vested in the Oireachtas. No other legislative authority has power to make laws for the state." And this is very important to remember, people, because any restriction or deprivation on our personal liberty, it has to be in accordance with law. And if it's not in accordance with law, then it is unlawful. So a deprivation of liberty occurs when the state neglects to treat us equally before the law under Article 40.1. It also occurs when the state fails to protect and vindicate our rights, which include vindicate our life, our person, good name, property rights of every citizen. That's under Article 40.3. When the state fails to treat us equally before the law and neglects to protect and vindicate our rights, then we can assert that we have been deprived of our liberty outside what the law provides. So once we're living in peace, we can be guaranteed by the state that the state will not overreach into our lives. I want to thank everyone for your continued support on the GoFundMe. I've passed the halfway mark. I want to do this for the people of Ireland. I want to provide a voluntary service all year round in the courts, the district, the circuit, the High, the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. We do not have a public institution or state body or anything that will do this at the minute, and I'm here to help you. I can show you how to bring private prosecutions against state employees for not adhering to their statutory duties. I can show you how to bring plenary proceedings into the High Court through the inherent jurisdiction process, which means you can start a case by just walking into the court, giving your application to the judge, and continuing it on through the plenary or judicial review proceedings, or you can just stay with the inherent jurisdiction proceedings, which is a very straightforward, direct route to justice. And I put up the link to the GoFundMe, and I would appreciate it if you would share this work with people. We have to start acting, protecting, and engaging with the court. We need to start going into the courts in numbers, exercising our rights and holding the state employees accountable for actions taking outside what they're being paid to do. So I'm going to put up a couple of more videos later on just to explain in detail. There's a lot of information here, I know, but this is very important, people. This is exercising our rights from the ground up, engaging with the judicial system of the state, in the district court, in the circuit court, in the High Court, in the Court of Appeal, and if need be, we can go to the Supreme Court.